You think you are surrounded by friends. You believe that because someone listens to your problems, laughs at your jokes, and offers you a warm smile, they actually care about your well-being. You are completely, dangerously wrong. Right now, there is a very high probability that someone in your inner circle is not a friend at all. They are a covert manipulator. They are studying your weaknesses, mapping your insecurities, and using the dark psychology of body language to fake empathy while secretly plotting to use you. They rely on your naive assumption that everyone operates with the exact same moral compass that you do. That blind trust is exactly why you've been betrayed in the past, and it is exactly why you will be betrayed again. Words are the easiest things in the world to fake. I support you. I am happy for you. I have your back. These are just invisible sounds vibrating in the air. But the human nervous system cannot lie. In the next few minutes, you are going to learn the 5 devastating body language leaks that expose a covert manipulator hiding in plain sight. We're going to break down the evolutionary biology of fake empathy. You will learn how predators use calculated mirroring to hack your neurochemistry, how their eyes biologically betray their lack of emotion, and how to spot the split-second micro-expression of pure contempt before they can hide it. While the rest of society walks around completely blind, trusting people who are quietly destroying them, you will learn to see the invisible social matrix. You will understand the primal mechanics of the human brain better than 99% of the population. You will stop being prey. You will become the absolute observer. Rewind this next part if you have to, because this first tactic is being used against you right now. Let us start with the most dangerous biological illusion of all, the dark art of mirroring. In normal, healthy human interactions, when two people deeply connect, their nervous systems naturally sync up. If you lean forward, your friend leans forward. If you take a sip of water, they take a sip of water. This is a biological mechanism driven by mirror neurons in the brain, originally designed by evolution to build tribal cohesion and ensure group survival. But dark triad personalities, narcissists, sociopaths, and Machiavellian manipulators have studied this. They do not feel organic empathy, so they have to manufacture it manually. They will weaponize mirroring to artificially hack your trust. When you sit with them, they will carefully study your posture and intentionally copy it. They will match the exact rhythm of your breathing. They will adopt your tone of voice and repeat your specific vocabulary back to you. Why do they do this? Because your primal brain is biologically wired to trust what looks and sounds like itself. When they mirror you, your subconscious defenses instantly drop. Your brain releases oxytocin, the bonding chemical. You feel an intense, almost magical connection with them. You think, wow, this person really understands me. No, they do not understand you. They are hacking your biological operating system. To spot this, you must test the mirror. The next time you feel an unusually fast connection with someone, intentionally break the synchrony. Cross your arms abruptly, lean completely back in your chair, look away, and touch your neck. If they are naturally connected to you, they will subtly adjust after a few moments. But if they are a predator actively manipulating you, they will copy your new movement almost immediately. It will feel robotic. It will feel incredibly calculated. Because it is. They are wearing your personality like a mask to make you feel safe before they strike. Here is where the mask slips. Watch their eyes carefully when you are in pain. We have all been told since childhood that liars cannot look you in the eye. That is a dangerous myth created to keep you docile. A skilled manipulator will look you directly in the eyes. In fact, clinical psychological studies prove that practiced deceivers will maintain eye contact significantly longer than a normal, honest person. This is known in psychology as the psychopathic stare. When a normal person speaks to you, they occasionally look away to process their thoughts, access memories, and reduce cognitive load. Breaking eye contact is a biological sign of vulnerability and honesty. But a manipulator does not look away because they are not communicating with you. They are assessing you. They are watching your facial muscles to see if you are buying their lie. They hold prolonged, intense, unblinking eye contact to establish predatory dominance. But the real biological leak happens when you express emotional pain or sadness. When you tell a healthy person a tragic story, their autonomic nervous system reacts involuntarily. Their pupils might dilate with concern, their eyebrows will pull together, and the muscles around their eyes will soften. They biologically mirror your pain because they possess real empathy. But when you tell a covert manipulator a sad story, their face might make the shape of sadness, but their eyes will remain completely dead. They are consciously calculating the appropriate social response, but the biological light switch is off. Their pupils do not shift. Their gaze remains cold, sharp, and entirely unaffected. They are observing your pain as a vulnerability they can exploit later, not as a human experience to be shared. If their mouth says, "I am so sorry," but their eyes look like a shark analyzing a wounded fish in the water, run. You are dealing with a predator. Stop right here. Write this down. This is the painful truth that you need to hear, even if your ego violently hates it. You wonder why you keep attracting these types of toxic people. You think you are just unlucky. You think the world is simply unfair to good people. The brutal truth is that you are attracting them because your baseline body language screams that you are an easy target. Predators do not select their victims at random. They scan the room looking for specific biological markers of weakness. Manipulators do not waste their time on people with strong, impenetrable boundaries. They look for the people pleasers. They look for the person who constantly nods their head rapidly while others speak. They look for the person who smiles nervously when they are actively being disrespected. They look for the person who preemptively shrinks their posture, rolling their shoulders forward to avoid taking up physical space. Your constant need to appear nice is exactly what signals to the predator that you will not fight back when they cross the line. You are volunteering to be their victim before they even say a single word. You are broadcasting submission. If you want to stop being targeted, you must physically stop broadcasting your own weakness. You must train yourself to hold stillness. Stop nodding to validate people who do not respect you. Stop filling uncomfortable silences with nervous laughter. Stand tall, occupy your space, and force them to earn your validation. Now, let us examine the ultimate sign of betrayal, the asymmetric smirk. We discussed micro-expressions previously, but there is one specific facial movement that proves, without a shadow of a doubt, that someone is faking their friendship with you. It is the micro-expression of contempt. Contempt is the most toxic psychological combination of anger and disgust. It is the biological expression of perceived superiority. It means they look down on you. It means they believe they are fundamentally better than you, smarter than you, and infinitely more valuable than you. The expression of contempt is the only asymmetrical micro-expression in human biology. It looks like a half smile, where only one corner of the lip pulls upward and tightens. Watch for this exact moment. You achieve something great. You get a massive promotion, you launch a successful business, or you improve your physique. You go to your so-called friend to share the good news. Before they can force a fake smile and congratulate you, watch the left side of their mouth. For a fraction of a second, that lip will pull up into a cruel, arrogant smirk. That is contempt. Their ego is violently rejecting your success. They hate that you are elevating your status, and their primal brain leaks their true feeling of superiority before their social mask covers it up. When someone shows you contempt, the friendship is already completely dead. They do not want the best for you. They want you securely beneath them. When you see that smirk, stop sharing your life with them immediately. You cannot negotiate with contempt. This next behavior is how they physically establish dominance without you noticing. Let us talk about the dark psychology of predatory touch. Physical contact is usually associated with affection, love, and tribal bonding. But in the realm of dark psychology, touch is a highly calculated weapon of power dynamics. Covert manipulators use physical space and touch to secretly establish dominance over your nervous system while disguising it as warmth. Notice the person who always initiates physical contact, but only in a way that controls your physical movement. They grab your shoulders slightly too hard when they laugh at a joke. They guide you through a doorway by putting a firm, uninvited hand on your lower back. They pat you on the head or the arm in a patronizing way during a professional debate. This is not affection. This is a territorial claim. They are testing your nervous system to see if you will accept their physical dominance. If you allow them to repeatedly invade your physical space and dictate your movement without pushing back, you are subconsciously signaling absolute submission. They are training your brain to accept their authority. The next time a fake friend uses a patronizing touch to assert dominance, Do not shrink away. Do not nervously laugh it off to keep the peace. Stand perfectly still, hold dead, unblinking eye contact, and physically remove their hand. Or simply step entirely out of their reach without breaking your gaze. Your silent, physical refusal to submit shatters their entire illusion of control instantly. Finally, you must observe the extreme incongruence of the lower body. We spend our entire lives learning to lie with our faces and our words. We control our smiles, we manage our tone of voice, and we carefully select our vocabulary. But we completely forget to train our feet. Throughout human evolution, our feet were our primary mechanism for survival. They allowed us to run from predators and freeze in the presence of extreme danger. Because of this, the feet are the most honest part of the human body. They are directly wired to the limbic system, the survival center of the brain. When someone is faking empathy, their upper body is performing a carefully rehearsed script. Their torso leans in, their head nods, and their face smiles warmly. But look under the table. If their feet are crossed tightly at the ankles and pulled far back under their chair, they are biologically withholding. They are closed off, protecting their core and internally rejecting everything you are saying. Worse, if you are speaking to them about something deeply important to you, and one or both of their feet are pointed directly away from you, towards the door, or towards someone else in the room with higher social status, they are faking their physical presence. Their brain has already left the conversation. They do not care about your words. They are simply waiting for you to stop talking so they can execute their own agenda. The face is performing for you, but the feet are desperately trying to escape you. But there is an even darker biological response you must watch for, the limbic freeze. If you confront a fake friend with a difficult truth, if you ask them a direct question about a betrayal or a lie, watch their lower body. If their feet, which were previously tapping or moving, suddenly freeze completely flat and rigid against the floor, you have struck a lethal nerve. The brain's first response to a deadly threat is not to fight or flee. It is to freeze, hoping the predator will not notice them. Sudden, unnatural stillness in the lower body is one of the most powerful biological indicators of high-stress deception. Their words may sound perfectly calm, but their limbic system is paralyzed in absolute fear. You now possess the forbidden knowledge to see straight through the masks of the people around you. It is a profoundly lonely realization to understand that the smiles you trusted were engineered, and the empathy you felt was cold calculation. But it is infinitely better to be lonely in the absolute truth than comfortable in a dangerous lie. While the weak majority continue to be used, drained, and betrayed by fake friends because they refuse to open their eyes to human nature, you will operate with lethal clarity. You will read the silent betrayals. You will protect your energy. You will cut the predators out of your circle before they can even attempt to drain you. That is the true unfiltered power of dark psychology. Subscribe to join the minority who refuse to be manipulated. Check the links in the description to master the art of absolute dominance. Stop believing their cheap words. Start dissecting their biological behavior.